Hello everybody, welcome back to the World of Wraith YouTube channel. Got with you guys again. Another quick, not financial advice. Now, as always, disclaimer, this is a market watch. So, that means make your own decisions, think for yourself, don't just listen to what I say, do some critical thinking, and whatever you decide to buy, it's up to you. This is just a market watch. So, let's go ahead and without any further ado, let's get right into the not financial advice. Now, for all of y'all that don't know, and many of you I'm sure are also in the same place as me, I used to be an ex Yu-Gi-Oh player. It was uh it was something I struggled with for years. Yu-Gi-Oh was a very hard thing to let go of, but once I did and I found a better game, Flesh and Blood, I sure was glad that I am no longer one of those Yu-Gi-Oh players. But one cool thing to note from Yu-Gi-Oh that Flesh and Blood kind of started doing is their tournament packs. Very exclusive, hard to get packs you can only get at your LGSs. Now Yu-Gi-Oh is game I believe 30 plus years more or less, and their first tournament pack cards have no competitive cards, but they're very rare, very exclusive. None of these cards see meta play, but they still have value to them. Now, why am I talking about Yu-Gi-Oh and Tournament Pack 1? Because I think Gem Pack 1 in the future is going to be very highly sought after, very rare. Right now is the peak time when we have a lot of supply of Gem Pack 1. It's been out for a few months. People are ripping them and selling them sealed on the private market or just posting the singles here. Guys, I think now is a okay time to buy singles, but personally, even all of the bad, kind of like bulk cards from this pack, I would just hold on to them. Like a lot of these cards can see competitive play, with exception of some, but who knows where the future will take us. Maybe Scuttle the Canal will be used in an assassin in the future. Hunt the Hunter, it's like a one-off in Syndra list. This has a lot of like cards that are like not the best right now, but some are seeing a ton of play. From Loyalty, it's a staple in Fang deck and probably would be a staple forever. Mark of the Black Widow, amazing card. And of course, this is the only way to get the cold foil weapons. Another card I want to bring up is the pink Razor Reflex. I have not even seen any of these pulled, so this must be really rare. Now, you can get Razor Reflex for 50 cents, but the pink special only comes in Gem Pack 1 with the pink strip. It's about $24, and I can see this going up. It's going to be super hard to get. Look, they were selling for like $10, and now I think they're going to hold for 20 plus. Now, they don't come in rainbow foil. I don't know how these right here, but it's purely non-foil. Other cards to look at, Mark of the Black Widow, about $3. And then the rainbow foil used to be like 30, around there. We got them for 10, 15 after shipping. Yeah, these are pretty good, but then we go back to 24. Actually, this is just 20. So one for 15. And then, these going up. These are probably going to be up for forever, I would say. I think the 20 is going to be like a good price for them. Cut through, about $2. See, this is not crazy right now. This is pretty low. Let's see the rainbow foils. Yeah, rainbow foils are the same price, but I highly think this card will be a great ninja card that can see play in the future. Ira will definitely play it. I don't know so much about assassins, but as 0 for 4 go again, all you have to happen is a dagger hit. It's pretty good, and I think it can see play. So think back to that Yu-Gi-Oh tournament pack. The cards are just valuable because they're collectible. These are going to be collectible cards and competitive cards. Calming Breeze, another great example. This definitely already had its time to shine when Haunted first came out, but I think there'll be other formats where it's really good. Rainbow foils, let's see. About, I would say 14-ish, and then the non-foils, we're looking at 6-ish. So yeah, depending, I would say on the gem pack cards, if you go to a lot of locals, just keep going, farm up as many of these as you can, and maybe towards the end of the season buy the one that you're missing for your personal collection. Like if you play Fang, get all the Fang ones and stuff. But right now it does seem like there's more supply in the market, so don't feel too bad about buying these if you want to have these. Display loyalty. Another great example, this sees competitive play. This only comes in Gem Pack 1, at least the extended art version. About $8 for the non-foil. Next up, we got some Guardian cards. Redwood Hammer only comes in foil in the Terra deck, and this is about $1. And then it comes in cold foil for a skirmish promo. No current listings. Looks like they've only sold for 50, so this is seen playing some Jarl's list. I think it's pretty cool. And if you're playing Jarl and you want to bling it out, maybe look around in the Discord or on Facebook. Some people might still have these. Macho Grande Blue, the extended art. Now this has spiked a little bit from last time I was gonna bring it up, but yeah, you're looking at a solid $7 to $8 for the EA. This Mastery Pack Guardian coming out soon, so you might want to get your Macho Grandes, but I think you might have missed the mark already. Macho Grande Red though, extended art, pretty cheap. So if you think you're gonna play this, the red could be good for closing out games, but the blue is definitely the one that will see play. Red, it's up to you if you want to buy it. Super cheap. Next up, Thunderquake. With Heave being such a big addition to Mastery Pack Guardian, I think a lot of the Heave cards will start seeing play again. This makes 3 Seismic Surge tokens in your end phase, but you have to pay 3 resources. But it seems like Mastery Pack Guardian wants you to have Seismic tokens, and it's going to give you like defensive value on your turn for just having them. So I think these Heave cards are a great pickup, especially if you want to play Guardians. EA seem like they're about 10. Same thing, the red isn't seeing as much, but it's pretty cheap. It hasn't seen a spike like the blue, but I think it could be a worth pickup. An EA for about $2, can't go wrong with that, honestly. Next up, Tectonic Plating History Pack, about 45, 46. Spinal Crush, all time one of the best Guardian cards, about $10. Tectonic Plating, Welcome to Wraith, pretty much the same as a History Pack, guys. Maybe $1 or 2 more. Just get the Welcome to Wraith one. Don't buy the whiteboard one. Get the Rainbow Foil one. Pulverize, another Heave card. $7 for the regular non-extended art. And then the extended art, looking at 45-ish. Yeah, this is such a cool card. Again, it has Heave, so that's where I'm kind of thinking this could be good. But the one downside I don't like about this card is its on-hit effect is their first attack during their next turn is -4. But often, if you just give them your entire hand, even if this hits, you won't really get the -4 like debuff applied since you blocked with all your cards. That being said, if this is like dominated or something along those lines, it's gonna get a ton of value. And like I said, it also lets you Heave, so I think Heave is gonna be very important for how Guardians are gonna start to be built. Rolling Fisher, with so much Seismic Surge support, I think you're going to be able to do this effect. Destroy an aura with cost X or less, then you may destroy Seismic Surge you control. If you do, repeat this process. So, with all the Seismic Surges being made, I think Rolling Fisher is going to be pretty good to Illusionist and just destroying auras in general. And I think we've never seen anyone do the repeat this process, but with all the Seismic Surge creation, I think we're going to start seeing it. Earthlord Bounty, the regular edition, about $3. But then we got Tectonic Rift, Bright Lights. It's pretty simple. Just make Surge tokens up to the amount that you pay. It's about $10, then going up to 15 pretty fast. Rainbow Foil looking at 17 to 18. Bright Light expansion slots are always going to be very expensive in the market, especially when there's a lot of demand for them. Extended art, Earthlord Bounty, about 35, slowly going up to 40. I'm not sure which chess piece we'll see play. My money is more on tectonic plating, but if you're gonna buy one of the chess piece, you can just buy tectonic plating and buy the cheap version of Earthlord Bounty just in case. It's up to you. Make your own decisions. Grandeur of Valahai? I might have butchered that. Yeah, about $200. Guys, I don't like spending that much money on cards, but you make your own choice. I would personally never buy this, but making a seismic surge on pitch is kind of good. Or if you already have one, I think it's a great time to sell yours. If you're looking to pick one up, maybe try to get a good deal off somebody. This seems pretty crazy for me. I don't think Guardian's going to be even playing this. Now, as always, I could be completely wrong. Make your own choices, but I would skip on this one. Next up, some cards that caught my eyes that are way too cheap right now. Phantasmoclasm. This card is so strong. It's a 2-card 9. Lets you look at your opponent's hand. Pretty crazy. Super cheap right now. If you want to play Illusionist, or even if you don't, I think this is a great card to pick up. I could see it just going up in the future when we get a new Illusionist. Miraging Metamorph, 1 for 7. Other crazy stat line. And if it gets popped, you get a token aura copy of one you control. Pretty good. It's about $14-ish. So this is kind of cheap for what I think this card is really worth. Like, could easily see this card being 30 at one day. Essence of Ancestry Body, the Rainbow Foil Red, super cheap right now. This is about 36 cents, 40 cents. What caught my eye is one of the Prisms was playing this into the Aurora matchup. This is not Mystic Illusionist. This is just Illusionist. I think it's a great pickup. I could definitely see it spike in the future, as you've seen from my other Market Watch episodes, especially with Assassins, but I think Illusionist could get there. Sometimes the Rainbow Foils just go crazy. People just buy them out. People like having their foiled deck. I could definitely see this be like a $5 foil in the future. Construct Nitro Mechanoid. This could see playing Max. Max is in a very weird spot, but we got the Marvel at 130, 140-ish. The regular Nitro Mechanoid Rainbow Foil, about 32, 33, slowly going to 40. Don't know if this is the way to take Max, but it's definitely a way that you could build it. Will it be the best version? We have to see. We have to see what players start brewing. Supercell, I think this is a great upgrade for your Max deck. It's about a little under $8. Then slowly going to 10. Yeah, I think this is a great addition. If you're interested in Max, I think this is a great pickup. Let's see the Rainbow Foils. Yeah, $10. This looks like a good time to pick up the Rainbow Foil playset. Hyper Scrapper. This is like, if Max is playing the actual Hyperdrivers in his deck, this can be pretty crazy. A lot of people already kind of are thinking about this. This was like a $2 card. And as we can see, it's about 15. Let's check the sales. Yeah, tons of sales at 13 plus. So you might have missed the mark on this, but just a card I wanted to highlight. Next up, Moonshot. Guys, I don't know if this card is worth this much. This is kind of crazy. I think Construct Bankbreaker and Construct Nitro Mechanoid are the way the deck's going to be built. I don't know if it's going to see play. This is a little too high for me, but to each their own. If your Max Nitro deck plays this, and you just know that this is a card you need, go ahead and pick it up. System Reset. This always sees a little spike when Dash.io is doing really good. Now this is one of the few ways to get a lot of action points by playing one card. System Reset about $6-7 for the regular version. Rainbow Foil we got about 10-ish. Yeah, I think this is a great addition to your Max deck. I think it's one of the few ways you can do multiple attacks with your Construct Nitro Mechanoid. So if you're looking towards building that version of Max, this is a great pickup. Hyperx 3, about $20. We don't know where Max is going, like I said. So I'm not sure if this will even see play. Just something I wanted to highlight. Adaptive plating, about 55, slowly going to 60. Hasn't been moving too much. I think these have been at 50 for a while. But the cold foil is close to 100, yeah. After these go, it's 100. So cold foils are definitely going crazy. Now, the new Max deck brought a base helmet, which made me think about Evo Circuit Breaker, since you can, before your helmet breaks, since it's a base, you can play this over it. And I thought it was interesting. I don't know if it'll be good, but something I wanted to highlight. Teklo Foundry Heart from Bright Lights, about $27. The one from Arcane Rising, $35. Guys, you know me, I like the foil cards, especially when it comes to legendaries. You want to save money, you got the Bright Lights. You want to get a nice foil version, definitely get Arcane Rising. Cerebellum Processor, about $7-ish, $8. I don't know if Max will play this, but I 100% think Puffin will play this. Now, if you are upgrading your Max deck, I think my biggest advice is, to be honest, just buy the Armory deck Dash. It comes with Fast and Furious, which is amazing. And you're going to have a lot to work with two Mechanologist Armory decks. Yeah, this card is just so great, and it's only available in Armory deck Dash. So I think this card alone is a reason to buy the Armory deck. But if you don't want to, like, go out and buy all these legendaries and stuff to upgrade your Max deck, Armory deck Dash is a great way to upgrade it. Last, for all of you that stay till the end, this is my card that I think is almost guaranteed to go up in the future. Starstruck came out in Dusk Till Dawn, not a hugely open set. Now, for all y'all that don't know, the keynote they announced a new Learn to Play deck, Bravo Flattering Showman. I think once we get a new player route and a lot of people playing Bravo, Starstruck is gonna go crazy, guys. When a card came out, it was around 20-ish at its hype. Right now it's super cheap. I think it's a great time to buy. But as always, make your own choices. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.